Yo, what's up guys, Pele here, and I'm back bringing you some more Pokemon VGC 15 Wi-Fi battle replay for you guys. Another battle I had on BattleSpot, and this is a pretty good battle. Once again, using the same team as I've been using my last video. If you haven't checked out my last video, I did actually manage to reach top 10 in the UK for the first time ever, which is absolutely amazing considering I've only been playing this game for just under 2 weeks. So that was a great achievement, and unfortunately though, I didn't quite make it to the 1800s, so I'm going to continue to climb to the 1800s, hopefully reach there for the first ever time also. So I'm still using the same team in the last team. And here today I'm against Cast, and Cast is actually a pretty good opponent, another highly rated player. I feel as though I've seen Cast being featured on the likes of Aaron Cybertron Zhang's YouTube channel, and potentially even Alex O'Glaz's before. I'm pretty sure I've seen him somewhere on YouTube before, and that's why I was quite excited when I got matched up with him on BattleSpot. And this is a fantastic battle, and my opponent is in fact running Sand. I did only feature Sand quite recently, so they're a little bit like buses. You wait ages to see one and then you get two at the exact same time. But no, Sand is rising in popularity, and it's definitely a combination of Mega T-Tot and Sandrush Escadrille. It's something I would love to use sometime. Haven't actually got around to using it, but nonetheless, let's just get straight on into the battle. So like I said, I am still running the same team, the Tailwind Mega Kang / Mega Gardevoir team. As you can see, I do decide to opt to bring Mega Kang, as my opponent actually leads off with Gengar and Amoonguss. Pretty scary lead, as I actually decide to lead off with my Tracheon and Zapdos. So right off the bat, I'm actually signaling out his Amoonguss as the biggest threat, because I do have a Kangaskhan and a Suicune in the back, which can't do too much. I need to get this Amoonguss down to the range of HP where a return / double edge rather, I believe I'm running on my Kang, will take it out. So I do just decide to go for that Rock Slide and Hidden Power Ice into the Amoonguss slot, as my opponent goes for the Taunt, predicting a Tailwind, which is extremely obvious, and then actually decides to go for a Giga Drain onto the Tracheon slot as opposed to going for a Spore, as it's most likely my Zapdos is running Safety Goggles, which he is, and my Tracheon running Lum, so Spore was definitely not his most optimal play at this point. So what I'm going to decide to do is go for the exact same play I did last time round, to go straight for that Rock Slide and the Hidden Power Ice combination, as it will pick off his Gengar, but my opponent does in fact decide switching out into his Tyranitar, and I do go straight for that Hidden Power Ice. But as you can see, I do pick up the kill because I actually scored a crit. Based off the initial damage, I'm pretty sure this crit mattered, which is a little unfortunate for my opponent, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain. My opponent, however, does get a free switch now into his Escadrille. So here, what I'm going to decide to do is, I believe I'm going to protect my my Tracheon. I need to conserve my Tracheon, as I do know once I take out his Escadrille, my Tracheon completely beats his Tyranitar. So I'm going to decide to protect just to dodge a potential EQ / Iron, not an EQ, well, it could potentially go for the Earthquake if he protects with his Tyranitar, but just to dodge a potential Iron and actually go for a Hidden Power Ice onto the Zapdos, onto the Escadrille from my Zapdos. Just trying to get a little bit more chip damage off, hopefully into the range where a Scald will be able to take it out from my Suicune. So here, what I'm going to decide to do is I'm going to reside to the fact that my Zapdos are going to go down. I'm actually going to preserve my Tracheon like I mentioned, and just decide to go out into my Suicune. For any of you guys who didn't miss my last battle versus the Sand team, my Suicune did manage to take out his Escadrille and his Tyranitar. So do know it's a fantastic matchup to have, considering my opponent is running a Sand team, as my opponent actually decides to go for the Rock Slide with his Escadrille and a Rock Slide with his Tyranitar. Single target, does a decent chunk of damage to my Suicune, in combination with the initial Rock Slide coming from his Escadrille, which will proc my Citrus Berry. But I'm at around about a decent range of HP. So here, what I'm going to decide to do is go to my Kangaskhan. As you can see, I'm not going to decide to Mega Evolve. On the off chance he did decide to switch on into his Gengar, just try and dodge the Fake Out. And I'm actually going to decide to go for Tailwind, as I do not be able to easily get up. As my opponent reveals a Low Kick, however, I will be able to take that, as I'm relatively bulky and Kangaskhan able to take that well. So here, I do know I will, I'm pretty sure I will no, actually I'm not quite sure if I will outspeed his Escadrille here, considering. So what I'm actually going to decide to do is, he could potentially be a Jolly Escadrille, and I am in fact an adamant Kangaskhan. So what I'm actually going to decide to do is, I actually decide to go for the Sucker Punch onto the Escadrille slot, try and take it out, and go for Protect with my Suicune, just try and not take any unnecessary damage. So my opponent actually goes for the Protect with his Escadrille, and actually goes for a Rock Slide. And that will be enough to pick out my Kangaskhan, bringing me down to my last two now, which is of course my Suicune and my Tracheon. However, I do know I will be able to outspeed his Escadrille, considering his Sand has just subsided, which is perfect for me. and the tailwind is up, so I do know I'll be able to outspeed regardless. So what I'm actually going to decide to do is just go for the close combat onto the Tyranitar, the Scald onto the Escadrille, which I'm pretty confident the Scald will be able to take out the Escadrille now, considering the sand has subsided, as he tries to fire off a double protect. It doesn't work, and down goes his Eska, so this is fantastic for me, as my opponent did just go for that protect with his Tyranitar. So here, he's also down to his last two now, his Mega and his Gengar. What I'm actually going to decide to do is, opposed to just going for the Scald onto the Gengar and the close combat onto the Tyranitar, I'm just going to decide to protect, just on the off chance my opponent did score that double protect, and was somehow able to take out my Tyranitar, my Terrakion rather. So I do just play it as safe as possible here. The tailwind does peter out, but regardless, I am faster than his Mega T-Tar, and I'm able to go straight for that close combat and pick off his Tyranitar. So like I said, that last couple of turns, I just wanted to play it as safe. I wanted to 100% sure I got the win, and I did manage to pick up the victory, which was fantastic for me. It was a great battle versus Cass. So GG. I really hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to show your support. I really appreciate all your support so far on every single video I've had, and if you can continue to do that, then be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.